Hey guys, welcome back to BI Tech Works. This is Murli. Today I'm going to start a new series which is called the All About series. This series will contain a few videos where I'm going to explain about a particular visual or a functionality in Power BI. We will see in detail about the visual or the functionality and how to use them in reports. So today's topic is going to be tooltips. So we are going to see what is a tooltip, how it is useful, and how to create a tooltip, and how to provide additional value to your existing visualizations by adding tooltips to them. So what is a tooltip? So tooltips are anything that provides additional information for a visual or an object. So in Power BI, if you just hover your mouse over here, it says use the Power Query Editor to connect, prepare and transform data. So this is a tooltip. So every individual object here has a tooltip. So this provides additional information of what this can do, or what you can do with this, right? So in similar fashion, reports or visuals can have tooltips which provides additional information to the already existing information. So in Power BI there are two types of tooltips. One is the regular tooltip for a visualization, where you can add additional information, additional relevant information to the visualizations, existing visualizations. So the second one is the report page tooltip, wherein you can create a whole new report and then add that as a tooltip to a visualization. So your every data point in your visualization gives relevant information on that report page, with which is filtered by the values in this visualization. So let's see in detail about these two types. First, for the basic tooltip, let's start by creating a column chart. So I want, let's say I'm going to add quarter. So I'm going to add the quarter date, and I'm going to add sales, and I also want to see the sales split by segment. So I'll add a segment as legend. So now I have a report which shows me the quarter, the segment and the sales. So this is my basic report. So for the basic tooltip, you have an option for this chart as tooltips, where you can provide additional relevant information. Now let's say I want to see the unit sold as well as the profit on this specific segment sales, right? So what I'm going to do is I will add the unit sold, and I will add the profit to this tooltip section. So now I will have the units sold and the profits too as additional information to this visual, right? So they are not by default available, but through the tooltips we have provided additional relevant information. So by this way you can add additional information too, but make sure that you don't add too many information, otherwise it will just clutter the visual, and the purpose of tooltip would be lost. So the minimal relevant information is always better. The second type of tooltip is the interesting one. So instead of having just the basic additional information, let's say what if I want a separate report that shows sales year on year comparison by product for a quarter and a segment. So every bar here represents a quarter and segment, right? So I want to have I want to have a tooltip that shows me year on year sales information by product. So to for that to accomplish that, we will start by creating a new page. We will call it, let's say we'll call it tooltip, and let's rename this to this is say sales by segment. Now, in this tooltip page, first thing we have to do is we have to make this page as a tooltip. So we are going to the page size. You select on anywhere in the page and you get the page properties. Under page size, for type, you say tooltip. So this indicates to Power BI that this is a tooltip. Now, to see how big the size of the tooltip would be, just go to View and under Page View, just select the actual size. So this is the size of the tooltip that is going to be shown in the report. So you can actually design it like this so that you know where you are designing. So let's keep it this way so we know how big we are going to design. So we said we need sales year over year comparison by product. So for that I'll have no I sorry, I will have again we'll have a column chart, and we will have sales, right, by we have a sales prior year. This will give you the prior year sales, and we want by product. Okay, so I mean you can see the data is the same for each product. This is because we have not added any time period to it, but once this is shown as a tooltip, this will be the time filter will be applied to this, so which we will see shortly, right? So now we have created a report by product and sales year on year comparison. Now coming back to our main report page, we now want the tooltip on the other page to be shown for each of these bars, right? So to do this, we will select the visual, and under the format option, there is a tooltip section. When you expand it, we have the type is default. So the default is nothing but whatever we see, whatever we added under the tooltip section. This is the default. So to change it, we'll go to the report page, and the page type is currently you have auto is if we have the tooltips there, so it just displays that. So to make this page as a tooltip, we have to select the tooltip, but you do not see the tooltip option here. This is because we actually forgot one important step. So we'll go back to this tooltip page, and then under format, So earlier what we did is we selected the page size as tooltip. We thought this is good enough, but it's not. So what we have to do is, you under page information there is a tooltip option, right? So you have to switch this on. So this actually denotes that this page is a tooltip. Now if you go back and we will select this visual, go to the format and see the tooltip. Now you will see this option. So now you have this tooltip option. So once you select the tooltip, and yes, we have the year on year comparison for this bar. So but if you see, we do not know what this bar represents. So what segment and what quarter it is not clear, right? So let's make it clear, right? So let's go back to the tooltip page. We will create a text, a dynamic text, which shows what segment it is and what quarter it is. So to do that, what we're going to do is, we are going to remove this title, and we will add our own title here. So I'm going to just make way for the title, and add a card for the dynamic text. So I will add the card. I'll add it here. I just cut the visualization so that it is easy to add the card in the small page. I'll paste the visualization back, and now for this card we are going to create a calculated column. Let's say it's a new column. We'll say tooltip uh, title, and it is going to be year on year sales um, comparison for, we are going to add the segment here. So segment, and we are going to say segment, and for quarter we are going to add the quarter of the year for which the bar represents. So for the quarter we need the quarter SID. So you could see that we cannot see the quarter dates or quarter IDs. This is because we are creating the tooltip in the fact table, but this is the column is present in the calendar table. So to get the data from calendar table, we are going to use a function called related. So this is going to give all the tables related to this fact table, which has this calendar table. So we're going to get the quarter. So we're going to get the quarter SID, and that is our tooltip text. So we are going to add this tooltip title to this card. Let's reduce the size. Table size, just say 15 now, or maybe even lesser. So a little more room for this. We can remove. We will remove the category, so we don't need the category. We can actually move it back a little. Yeah, so this should be fine. So now we can actually increase the font back just so small. Yeah, 11 is fine. So now we have so it says here this is the first, it automatically says first off because the card displays only one value. So we have year on year sales comparison for channel partner segment and for quarter, first quarter of 2019. So we'll go back to this main page, and when you actually hover over the bar, here it says year on year sales for comparison for government segment and for quarter 2019-04. So this will give you the dynamic title for your tooltip. So wherever we go, you can see the quarter and the segment automatically changes based on the tooltip, based on the bar we are hovering over. So that's it, guys. We have seen the two types of tooltips and how to create them. Hope you learned something today. We will catch up with another video on the same all about series shortly. Thank you.